Good morning, everyone. It's Friday, March 15th, 2024. My name is Sam Shalhoub, and it's time for your daily dispatch. Before we get going, just want to remind you, I will be doing a live broadcast with Dr. Peter Glidden this morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Now, we're trying a new technology, or at least new for me. We're going to be simulcasting on TikTok, X, and Rumble at the same time at 9 a.m. Pacific time today. So I hope you can join us. Now to the news. We had an election here on Super Tuesday. What was that? Days ago, a couple weeks ago. Steve Garvey was leading Adam Schiff by about 250,000 votes, with 89% of the votes tallied. The Associated Press was reporting on this, and while the total number of votes no longer matters regarding the general election, it signals a closer race than many thought Schiff would have. Well, I got news for you. I've talked to a lot of people locally, people that are active in politics, and unless some shenanigans take place, Steve Garvey's going to win the state. It sure seems to me. Now, remember, Fukushima, Japan had a huge tsunami a number of years ago. It affected their nuclear plants that were on the coast, meltdowns, radiation, just ridiculous amounts of damage. Well, the Japan government yesterday issued an emergency earthquake warning for Fukushima again. This time a magnitude 5.6 earthquake hit Fukushima. Are we going to see some of those effects here in the U.S.? Well, considering the way the jet stream runs, I wouldn't be surprised if something else happens. Nearly 78,000 residents left New York City last year, shrinking its population down to 8.26 million people. Now, we've had the same thing happen here in California. Hundreds of thousands leaving the state, more than have come in. It's only happened twice in the last 100 years here in California, and it's been the last 2 years, and I think we all know why that is. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un ordered his troops to make preparations for war during an exercise with his troops this week, making the comments as the U.S. and South Korea are wrapping up large-scale military exercises. We've talked about it many times. You don't want to mess with this guy. I don't know what Washington is thinking. Well, I do. They want to start World War III, it seems like to me, but something to certainly pay attention to, and I will keep my eye on it. Talking about Bitcoin, the U.S. government sold 9,800 Bitcoin for $215 million exactly 1 year ago. You know how much they are worth today? Over $700 million. Just another example of the ineptness of our current, and I use the term loosely, administration. There was a major internet disruption reported in various countries across Africa yesterday. Now, I don't have a lot of detail other than many countries went out in Africa, but what I find interesting is that it looks like the Starlink system was not affected. We've talked about the monetary switch coming, the information switch coming, and I personally believe that Starlink is going to have a big part in that, but time will tell, and I'll certainly keep my eye on it. So that's all we have for today. As I said, I will be doing a live broadcast on TikTok, Rumble, and X this morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time with Dr. Peter Glidden. I hope you can join me and him. You're going to learn a lot. We always do. And in the meantime, I hope you have a great weekend, and we'll talk again soon.